Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design, and today I'm going to cook a meal that I used to cook a long time ago, back when Sue and I used to backpack together. I'd always cook in the evening for Sue while she got stuff ready for rolled out sleeping bags and such. Now, it's a takeoff on what I cooked yesterday, only a lot fancier. It requires a lot more work. Now, first thing I want to say is this is McCormick's pork gravy. Now, I've tried this a lot of different ways, and I finally started listening to Sue and Beth and discovered that the way to prepare this is to take your cold water before you even heat it up, put your gravy mix in, and take a fork and stir it in like you would if you were making a batch of cocoa or something with powder, and work it in and get it all worked in before you put the heat to it, because if you don't, it's going to be lumpy. So let me get a fork and work this in, and once I get it worked in and get it on the heat, I'll show you the next. Okay, I've got this on the heat, and it's just starting to come to a boil now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it to a boil, and I'm going to stir it. Now, if you mix this all in completely, get all the lumps out of it while the water was cold, you're going to be in pretty good shape, because just as soon as you bring this to a boil, this is going to start thickening up. This is getting thick right now as I'm watching it. And I let it goof around here for maybe a minute and let it start to curl from the edges and roll in and get a good rolling boil going with it. And thickens up nicely. Yeah, that's done. Okay, I'm going to set that off to the side. Now I'm going to take my 12 centimeter pot, and you know what? I think we're better off to put that stove out for a minute and get back to it a little later. I'm going to take some margarine and put a little in there for lubrication, and then I'm going to take this bag of Spam and dice it up right on the bag. So once I get this diced up, I'll turn the camera on. Okay, I've got my Spam diced up, and I just put it in the pot with some heat on it. Now I'm going to heat that up and brown it a little bit. It's a little tastier that way if it's been browned a little bit. You want a fair amount of lubrication in here. If you don't, with this aluminum pot, it will stick. So, and if it does stick, pry it off, whatever. And the next step will probably get rid of anything that sticks in the pot when I boil the rice. But I'll turn the camera back on when I go to the next step. You don't want to sit here and watch me brown Spam for 20 minutes. Okay, I've got that Spam a little toasted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that right in with my gravy in the 10 centimeter Musa pot that I'm using. Okay, now, yeah, that's stuck on a little bit, but don't worry about it. No big deal. Life goes on. Okay, next I'm going to take a cup of water and bring that to a boil. And I'm going to put in a little bit extra because I'm going to have some, there we go, maybe an eighth of a cup more. And put that on there. Get that boiling. And I know it's a funny bottle. Sue stuck this in there when she took it out of the dehydrator this morning. This was Niblets steamed extra sweet corn, and I put it on dehydrator and dehydrated it, so now it's basically corn gravel. And I'm going to put, I don't know, a couple ounces of that in, probably equal to about a little over a half a can of the actual corn. And I'm going to bring that whole thing to a boil, and once I get it to a boil, I'm going to let that corn boil until it's tender, and then I'm going to put in some rice. Now, if you want to speed up the process, I'd say take this corn, boil a little water, and put this corn in it, and let it set off at the side and rehydrate. And then when you get to this part, you won't have to wait so long for the corn to rehydrate. So, when that corn's rehydrated, I'll turn the camera back. Okay, that corn is all rehydrated. And I'm going to put in my cup of rice. Give that a few stirs. Let that come back up to a boil, take it off the heat, and let it set 5 minutes. That's good right there. Okay. I'll turn the camera back on in 5 minutes. Okay, the rice is done, and the corn is done. A few remnants of Spam there. So, let's finish this out. Show you what I'm up to here. If I can get a little more elevation on the camera. There we go. Okay, now we've got a cup, 1 cup of white rice, and about 1/4 cup of corn, maybe 1/3 cup. And then we've got one of those Spam packets and an entire packet of gravy, which we're all going to put together here. Now, this whole thing took about 20 minutes, and I used about 1.5 ounces of alcohol. Okay, now you can see what I'm up to here. Now, for the end of the day meal for Sue and I, this was a really nice deluxe meal, good flavor, good texture, and the gravy really adds a lot to it. Real nice meal. Better than anything I got from Mountain House, and that's saying quite a bit. So, let's see if it's the way I remember it. Now, before I even taste this, I want to say, you don't have to go by, you've got the basic ratios here and the basic cooking principle. You could use something besides gravy. There's all kinds of packets of Alfredo sauce or whatever. You don't need to use Spam. You could use, you can get envelopes of chicken, tuna, just about anything you can think of. You can get a packet of it. This is basically a pork product. You can get chicken, and I know you can get tuna, and who knows what else. And corn, you don't have to put in corn. You can put in anything you can freeze dry. I mean, dehydrate, like broccoli, I don't know. You could go with tuna and broccoli and Alfredo sauce, whatever. It gives you the basic cooking principle. And it's a little complicated meal for me, but if I have the time, I would do things like this. That's good. That's real good. And the corn in the gravy is a nice touch. Yep. All cooked on my little bio stove with my on-off switch. On, off, on, off. I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have some fun today, and try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.